Being in Chicago, and maybe like why you picked this as one of the cities that you guys knew you needed to be in right out of the chute.
Well, we were really excited about Thursday nights, and working with NBC and Facebook, we wanted to establish Thursday nights. And the thing about Thursday nights is if you want to open it up and get it going, it's a little bit tough to be on the West Coast because the doors would open so early. And also with our new ownership group on the East Coast and a bunch of us, I'm a Washingtonian, we wanted to try and find sort of that East and Central locations. We wanted to come to the best cities. We started off in New York, and now we're in Chicago, and we're in DC next week. So just exciting to be in those kind of iconic cities.
As you guys start to figure out into the playoffs, have you figured out where those events will be at?
We haven't yet. We're likely going to be out west. And probably in the next 2 weeks we'll announce those.
Gotcha.
Likely California, Arizona, Nevada, and possibly one East Coast location as well.
Talk about 2 weeks ago, the debut. Some incredible fights, really, to be honest with you. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better way to kind of come right out of the chute.
Yeah.
A lot of those finishes, a lot of highlight reel stuff.
Yeah, look, the whole night, I think the fighters really embraced the format. I think they realized that points matter. And they also wanted to show what great fighters they are. So they came out and they showed, we had, 4 first-round knockouts, I think 7 finishes, a couple of great decisions too. But in all cases, I think, there were some surprises. Guys like Steven Seiler, it looked like he was, in a tough position, got kind of a reverse and got a finish. And so I think now all these fighters are thinking, what do I need to do to get into the playoffs? Because as you know, you don't get a chance to win $1 million unless you first make the playoffs. And I think the road to that started in New York, and then we'll see a little more of that on Thursday night here in Chicago.
Do you think a lot of the guys this Thursday night and going forward have started to understand from that first week that, oh my God, 3 points is great, 6 points could be a huge difference. Not getting that extra 3 can keep them home come the fall.
No doubt about it. I think in a way, the fighters now, although they're in a different weight division, they have the knowledge of that first PFL 1 event to understand, oh, that guy got a second round finish, he's got 5 points. They now see the standings too. And I think on Thursday night, it'll help all of them again to realize, to your point, if I can get a finish, it's going to give me a better chance to be in a better spot when I get to the playoffs.
Have you sensed any kind of reaction from the fans after that first week and what it's been like building into this one? I mean, do people seem jazzed about it, about the format, about what you guys are trying to do with this thing?
No doubt about it. I mean, I see things on Instagram or Twitter, on Facebook saying oh my God, the standings just came out. This is the way it should work. How cool is it that the fight happened and now I know where everybody's ranked? And I understand sort of where that cut line is as I've got to make it into the top 8 in the playoffs. And I think that kind of buzz will continue to grow because it makes sense. And I talked to a friend the other day who's not an MMA fan, and they were like, oh, well, it's a real sports form. It feels like the World Cup that's going on right now. I get it. I want to follow it because at least I understand it now. And I think that's all part of why we rolled out the league and the format.
Are you surprised that it's taken until 2018 for a group of guys like yourself to come together and put something like this together? Because it just seems so logical.
I appreciate that. We think it's logical too, but sometimes good ideas take a little time. I mean, even for us, we've been in business for 6 years. That foundation of fighting and understanding how to work with the fighters and work with all the states and come to venues like the Chicago Theater, that takes some time to understand too. So we built on that foundation, but then all of us have all come, both our owners, the management team, all of our employees, we're all sports and media folks. And so we really wanted to bring that sports underpinning, which is why the season format started to come together. We started working on this a couple of years ago. It took a little time. We think we've identified all of the rules and regulations and all of the different sort of corner cases that could occur so that the league progresses from regular season to playoffs and championship. And so far after that first night, it seems like it's all kind of coming to fruition.
And I know it's super early, but would there be plans maybe going forward to add more divisions, more classes?
Yeah, all those plans are already in place. We're just not sure yet which plan we'll go with. Okay. We could easily add a 135 that this year we're going from 145 to heavyweight. We all saw Kayla here at her open workout making her debut at 0-0, and we could look to add a women's division next year. And so I think adding divisions and also even adding a few more fighters to each division are all in our plans. And I think as the season progresses and we think about 19, we'll put all that together.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Great.
Appreciate
Thank you
it.
guys.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate it.